Hi guys, today we'll answer the question if Bitcoin can reach the price of $1 trillion. Yes, you're right. Not $100,000, not $1 million, not $1 billion, but we are talking here about $1 trillion. Is it possible for Bitcoin to ever reach that price? And please stay till the end of this video with me. At the end, I will announce a competition for you and will give away some valuable things. Hi again. So we are answering the question, is it possible for Bitcoin to reach the price of $1 trillion? So $1,000 billion. Let's start with the fact that there is a limited supply of Bitcoins that will ever exist in the world. 21 million Bitcoins. On the other hand, we have our fiat monetary system, dollars, euros, all the other governmental fiat currencies, and all these currencies are unlimited in the supply. More than that, there is a strong inflation going on. The monetary basis is expanding enormously every year. So, for example, in the last 10 years, the amount of all dollars available in the world doubled, more than doubled. What does it mean? It means that in the last 10 years, there were more dollars produced than in the entire history of the United States. Did the wealth grow accordingly? Of course not. And the same is with all the other currencies. Some of them, they grow, the monetary basis, the amount of money in circulation grows even faster than those of dollars. If you took physics in your school or during your studies, you know that if you try to pump the infinite amount of air into a finite container, into a limited space container, then the pressure in that container grows exponentially. It is the same with capital, with money. You know, there is this movement from fiat currencies into cryptocurrencies going on. More and more capital come from the traditional system into cryptocurrencies. And now if you try to fit the infinite amount of money, of the fiat money, into a limited amount of Bitcoin, its price grows exponentially. The same as with the air in the physics, right? And on that diagram, you see how Bitcoin grows exponentially despite of all the bubbles and busts. And now I will show you another graphics. These are the numbers during the monetary inflation, the German inflation in Weimar Republic between 1914 and 1923. What happened there? The original money was gold mark, and gold mark was coined in gold, right? So it was attached to gold. There was a limited amount of gold that could be coined into coins. Then the mark, the currency, the German currency, lost its peg to gold. It became a paper mark, a paper money, and it could be printed in unlimited amounts. Since Germany had to pay war retributions after the First World War, and there were all these other expenses, rebuilding the industry after the war, and so on, the printing press was working all the time and was printing enormous amounts of money. So, as you see in the diagram, I will read to you now how the price of gold mark in the paper mark changed after it was detached from the gold standard, so to say. So, originally in 1914, in June 1914, one gold mark was worth one paper mark, right? It was pegged. It was gold standard. But then it got detached, and the price of gold mark relative to the paper mark started to grow first slowly. For the first doubling, it needed almost 4 years. So at the end of January 1918, one gold mark was worth 2 paper mark. Then another 2 years, end of January 1920, one gold mark was worth 10 paper marks already. 1 year later, in January 1921, one gold mark was worth 30 paper marks already. In October of 21, the worth of one gold mark was 100 paper marks already. In October 1922, the price of gold mark was 1,000 paper marks. In the end of January 23, it became 10,000 paper marks. Then, end of June 1923, 100,000 paper marks. And then it starts to really grow quickly. 8th of August 1923, 1 million paper marks. September 7th, 1923, 10 million. October 3rd, 1923, 100 million. October 11th, 1923, only 8 days later, the price of one gold mark was 1 billion paper mark already. October 22nd, 1923, 10 billion paper marks. November 3rd, 1923, 100 billion paper marks. And finally, at the end of November 1923, it reached 1 trillion paper marks. And now, look, when the growth of the monetary basis is so fast and it's speeding up, and the difference between money growth and the economic growth becomes bigger and bigger, sooner or later it will come to a hyperinflation like it was the case in Weimar Republic. What it means that if you compare the two graphics, the price of Bitcoin growing up and the price of gold mark in paper mark growing up, you see the similarity of these two graphics. And Bitcoin, as we saw, grows exponentially as well. And it may not be the case that the value of Bitcoin grows as quickly or as much. It may be the case that the dollar will start to lose value as quickly as the paper mark did in Weimar Republic. What happens then? The price of Bitcoin in dollars will grow in the same way as the gold mark grew in Weimar Republic. And if it comes to global hyperinflation, and the probability of that happen isn't that low, then we can see Bitcoin coming to a price of $1 trillion in a matter of just several years. So as you see, it can happen. It is a real possibility that someday we will see Bitcoin having price of $1 trillion. But it will be a different world, right? The dollar in that world won't be worth much. You certainly won't be able to buy anything for just $1. You will probably need $1 million to buy a chewing gum or something, right? If you find it interesting, if you find it inspiring, share it with your friends, with your loved ones, and please comment what you think about that, about Bitcoin becoming $1 trillion in price. For the best share and the best comment, I will give away a book I have co-authored with Brian Tracy, where I wrote an article about my methodology to do the impossible. And I will sign this book personally for the winners of this competition. So if you like that content, if you find it interesting, worthwhile, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell in order not to miss the videos I provide. And here you will find one of my best videos. That's it for today. Thank you and see you.